Hey, what's going on, guys? So I've been thinking about how many betas we've been seeing lately. The Black Ops 3 beta just happened, which is actually really fun. A Hitman beta is coming out at some point, and of course, multiple hopefully functioning betas for Street Fighter V. All of these betas share one thing in common. They're pre-order bonuses. It's such a weird concept in my opinion. I think it really sets people up with a mindset that they're no longer testing the game, but rather getting a chance to play the game early, similar to early access on Steam. I pre-ordered Street Fighter V, so I should get guaranteed access to the beta, right? If something goes wrong, it is viewed as a waste of a pre-order rather than a successful scavenger hunt of issues. I can now view the game in a much more negative light than I normally would have, since I paid full price since I did pre-order it digitally, for something that usually costs nothing. And that's one of the issues. Capcom got exactly what they wanted out of this beta, but the consumer didn't. Most of us pre-ordered to press any button and read error codes. But what if that happened at launch? The argument that their servers would have been in a much better state is invalid, since there are quite a few of AAA titles that demonstrate how botched a game launch can get. Diablo 3, Halo Master Chief Collection's multiplayer, SimCity, and of course Grand Theft Auto Online. All games that were rendered anywhere from barely functional to unplayable. Beta tests are important tools that developers should utilize to make sure their games are better for it at launch, but they shouldn't be pre-order incentives in my opinion. The mindset isn't even the biggest issue, the ease of access is. Capcom needed a smaller scale closed beta to start things out and then grow into a more open beta, similar to what they did with the regional stress tests. The issues would have been dealt with a little at a time and people would have had a much better experience because of it. This would lead to Capcom avoiding a lot of the negative press that the first beta period brought them. This past beta was the equivalent of a Black Friday sale. It wasn't worth it, it was terrible, and many were left disappointed. Like, look at Vesper Arcade. He's gotten to play a lot more since then, but during that first beta phase, at one point he pressed that damn button for over 7 hours straight and he got to play like what, 8 to 10 matches? That's hardly a positive first impression. It was buggy and unplayable, but isn't that the purpose of a beta? The Evolve Alpha on PS4 was terrible, but they fixed those issues by launch. Many of us see this as a failure and as a solid reason to hate on Capcom, but it really did everything it set out to do. We found issues, and now they're working on it. The launch of Street Fighter V is theoretically better because of it. This beta was a success whether we enjoyed it or not, really. We hit the servers with all we had and Capcom is better off now. Could they have handled the distribution of the beta differently? Sure. Did the beta situation suck for all of those not living in California? Yeah, it did. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just a little jealous that you guys got to play so much. Or at least it felt like it did. And yeah, I was salty that I only got to change my settings before I got kicked out. Hopefully future global betas are a lot more playable because the regional stress tests were actually really good and really playable and I enjoyed it. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I mean, it's still a beta test after all. Remember, these are my thoughts and opinions on the matter and I know you have yours. What's your take on betas? Should they be pre-order incentives? Was the Street Fighter V beta a failure or a success? Continue the conversation down below and hopefully we can have another conversation in the near future. But until next time, stay godlike everybody.